I don't know what to say, but it's just a real, I don't know many people who've gotten to do this.
My wife and I traveled to a place where war is happening, not just to tour the Holy Land, but more importantly, to spread a very important message to all people, all image bearers of God. And that message is this: you are not forgotten, and you are greatly loved.
Take one last look.
I still can't believe we're here. This has been so neat. And the storm last night was incredible.
So welcome to the video, y'all. Crazy night last night. This is the Sea of Galilee. We were in northern Israel. We just have experienced some incredible things the last few days, including last night. There was a wild storm that broke out because the way that this sea is, this lake, it's a bowl. In fact, my watch says that we're negative 750-ish feet below sea level here. So this bowl where we sit, all roads go down into this bowl of the Sea of Galilee. And because of that, storms will come through and just whoom, and just collapse right on the lake. We sat out here last night and saw some wild stuff. Look at this, is this lightning that Ant-Man grabbed a picture of.
Imagine the disciples on the sea in the middle of that storm, scared to death.
Yeah. So it all came together. You could just see the waves, and you could see the wind, and see the lightning, and you could feel the fear that you would have if you're a fisherman, as we read in the New Testament. If you're a fisherman out here, how crazy that would be.
We've seen so much weather since we've been here. We have seen beautiful sunrises, sunsets. We've seen rain. We've seen hail. We drove through a small little hailstorm yesterday. Beautiful rainbow, thunder, lightning. I mean, we've seen everything besides, I guess, snow.
Yeah, we don't know what we're getting into today. We're actually going up to Jerusalem. We're going through Jericho. We're gonna have a Shabbat dinner tonight with some Jewish families, and we're gonna go up to Jerusalem, which is where we will stay the next few days. As far as this video is concerned, we will see Jerusalem for the first time, and you will experience it through our eyes for the very first time as we go up into the ancient city. Welcome to the video. Yee. This is the best preserved Roman city in all of Israel, maybe in the world. Probably. We're gonna get to walk on a lot of stairs, and we're gonna it's raining. We're gonna do a lot of exploring. This is also where 1 Samuel 31:10, Saul was hung on the top of this mountain. We're gonna climb up to the top of that mountain where King Saul's body was hung. 1 Samuel 31:10, and this is crazy. Look at this. Look at this place. And once again, like so many days we've been in Israel, it's raining, which is kind of neat. And also, we're the only tourists. Everywhere we go, we are the only tourists. Nobody in the parking lot, no buses. Chairs all put up, nobody in the gift shop, nobody eating, no lines. We will be the only ones in the Roman city today. Wow, look at this view. Whoa. How crazy is that? I had no idea this is what I was walking into. There's a big amphitheater, just like in Caesarea. It's the whole Roman city, most well-preserved Roman city in all of Israel. I guess that's like the upper deck, but it's just kind of broken down.
Cheap seats.
The cheap seats, yeah. We learned so much from the Romans, yeah. I mean, this hasn't really changed. If we built an amphitheater today, it would be like this. Yeah, the only difference is we'd have handrails. And so that right there, that's, correct me if I'm wrong, that is not a mountain. That is a tell.
A tell.
Which means that is civilizations over millennia built on top of each other, and to the rubble and to the dirt, build another one, build it until it creates a literal mountain. So much treasure. And they don't dig them up. Because if you dig them up, then you're gonna ruin what's on top. And we're gonna go check out the baths. This is a bath. Crazy. Like the movies. They're sitting around the edges of this. Caphius, tell me more of the issues you've learned. Oh, Maximus, I shouldn't tell you.
What year is this, baby?
Would be around between 100 BC, 100 BC, 50 BC, something like that, to through the 1st century when the Romans occupied. This is the time of Jesus when this Roman city was here. The time of Saul was 1500 years before that. So that tell over there, and what we'll see is from ancient civilizations 1500 years before this city was here. That just blows my mind to think that if we look back in our age, the modern day, and look back at Jesus 2000 years, that's how these Romans looked back at Saul, the early settlers. Well, not even that. I mean, Jacob, Abraham, Isaac. Wow, what is this?
Oh no.
What is this? Grooming and beauty treatments, cold plunge baths or swimming pools for a nice dip to close the pores, followed by a relaxing lull by the poolside. Grooming and beauty treatments by barbers and hairdressers were also available.
So the little pillars, there's a floor on top of that.
Hot air circulating through the underground space heated the marble floor in the room above. Outside the building, fires stoked in a furnace by slaves sent hot air under the floors through the clay pipes in the walls and up to the chimney on the roof. So that's what these hot air would go through. As a model of what it would have been like. A life of luxury for a Roman. It's really nice to have you, babe, with like uninterrupted conversation without mama, 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 look, mama, mama, look at me, mama, 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 come here, mama. Sorry, kids, I know you'll probably watch this, but we love you, but you know, mama. I believe that's a sewer. That's how they made pipe back then. Sewage pipe. Yeah, we're looking at this mosaic on the floor.
Gosh, those are millions of pieces in here?
How much time would it take to put together a mosaic like this floor? With each little tiny piece like this. So that one guy goes, whoop.
Gosh.
This one looks even crazier. Wow. Look at that floor. So well preserved. It looks like a rug.
Yeah, it does.
These columns are so epic. You can see the rows down there. I want to get down there to these. What'd you find?
I don't know. A quill? I don't know what it is.
What a majestic city this would have been. That Chien. The detail in this. Yeah, I made it down to these columns. Look at that craziness. Really digging this place, really geeking out over it, really. One time had so much activity And now just the rain. Okay, we're gonna begin the ascent. Up, up, up. To get a view of the city from up top, and to see this is the tell. It's not a mountain. This is civilization after civilization built on top of each other. And when we get to the top, we'll see where Saul, King Saul, was hung for all to see. Pretty incredible. So the ancient city walls are still out, so they haven't dug out. You can see right here, actually, that's the extent of the digging, and they're still digging out to reveal more of this in every direction. This is it, huh? What's the significance of the tree?
I'm not sure.
For some reason it's protected.
Yeah.
Wow. David's fortress.
He built this after Saul was killed and hung on the temple, which is that right over there. That looks like little caves and stuff, that wall.
Yeah.
That's the temple of Ashtoreth. That's where Saul's body hung. David came, took this city, and built a fortress right here in the high place to defend himself, and you can tap it. You can, well, if you're, some people will kiss it, but it's muddy. You'll get mud on your lips, so don't do that.
So about 3,500 year old wall.
Over 3,000 years old.
Yeah.
Over 3,000 years old. But David said, build a fortress there.
So as we leave, because it's raining, you could hear the water from this ancient temple. You could hear it hitting the grass here, and you could hear it going in. You see the ancient walls in here? You hear it going into something. There's some kind of cave system or underground temple, definitely, because you could hear, it sounds like a waterfall draining into a pool of who knows what. I mean, Indiana Jones type stuff for sure. Wow. Okay, we've come down the West Bank and we've arrived at the Jordan-Israel border, where the Jordan River is, the site most recognized as the site of John the Baptist and the place where he baptized Jesus. My first time to see it.
Yeah.
You've been standing here. Thoughts?
Yeah. It seems high. Seems like the water's high today.
Pretty crazy.
And he was just here, and people came and found him from way across.
Yes, what we're saying is people came from all over the land to John the Baptist as he was preaching. And yet he had no advertisement, he had no social media, it wasn't on a radio broadcast. It must have been the Lord that drew people to this spot in the wilderness, in the middle of absolute nowhere. Where we drove forever through the desert to find this, but yet people were drawn to it.
So, a 10-day journey, maybe? Is that what Rami said? Which we even drove further.
Well, from Galilee.
From Galilee.
For Jesus, our driver thinks it would have been about a 10-day journey to get here. But still, to find it, it's nearly impossible for us to find it. We have iPhones.
You gonna touch it?
Oh yeah, I'm going down there right now. So I'm assuming this is normally not where the water is. I'm assuming it's these handrails out here. The trees are completely underwater, so it's very high. Okay, here we go.
I noticed on my
the Jordan River. Wow. Strange. So cool seeing the water and the dove. Don't let them ascend on your shoulder. That would be heresy. It is kind of cool that there's dove here, right? I mean, it's pretty authentic. That's the country of Jordan. And as you could see over here, there's nothing but wilderness. And when John the Baptist was out here, there would have been nothing. No really visible landmarks. Besides just desert. It's just gorgeous. I love the desert. This is my kind of wilderness for sure. And then you can see as it gets green, and this is the water down there. And this is why we don't walk in here, because there's landmines. So this is why we stay within the fences. It's from all the wars, modern wars. It's because they're just landmines that they still haven't found, recovered. It's crazy because that's exactly what Jesus said would happen.
You know what, you're right.
He said, I came to bring a sword.
Right.
I came to bring division.
Right. Even amongst your family.
Even amongst your family. And so literally the sight when God shone his favor and the Father said, this is my son whom I am well pleased. And the clouds opened up, you know, right there. We get danger, landmines.
The clouds opened up right there with the sun coming down.
Some wild stuff. So much history. And it's just, I can't say it enough on this video how crazy it is that we're the only people at this ancient religious site. It matters in so many ways. In fact, you can see on the hillside in Jordan, you can see the churches that have been placed, that, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years of churches that have come to be able to look into this valley. Also, the mountains, which is hard to tell with this camera, but the mountains in the background, because this is around the spot where Joshua would have taken all of Israel across the Jordan. And as it was flooding, they would have come, this is their path into the promised land. And Moses would have been at the top of the mountain over there, looking, because he wasn't allowed to come, looking over the land. And God said, here, I'll give you a look of it. You could take a look, but you cannot go. And the people came across right here into the promised land. Okay, we're gonna get a Jericho meal. Travis has promised a legit Jericho meal.
Legit.
Okay, it's not fancy. This is local. This is local stuff. Greasy spoon stuff.
Hey, you're here.
Hi there. Hey. I'm Granger. Welcome. Thank you.
Hello. We say in Arabic, Ahlan wa sahlan.
We hope that we bless you as much as you bless us.
Jericho.
Jericho. I feel like so often I don't have words to even speak.
Can you imagine walking the Wadi Kelp to Jerusalem? You see the footpath up the canyon. That's this river, this stream that's this cut through the canyon. So you see the footpath, that's what Mary and Joseph would have taken. Jesus, all the way, so you could fill your water up in the winter.
That is Jericho behind me. And I'm just going to let you look at it. So you have the Jordan River. You have them crossing over, circling this city right here 7 times. Once each day. On the 7th day, they did it 7 times, shouting and blowing their trumpets, and all the walls fell down. And Jericho was taken by the nation of Israel. But the idea that we're actually here at this gate in Jericho today is actually a little bit of a miracle. We have a friend who is, we just have a good friend, I'll leave it at that. And he's allowed us to come into this situation. Super special, as you can see. It's a call to prayer right now, the Islamic call to prayer. I don't know what to say, but it's just a real, I don't know many people who've gotten to do this.
I wish the camera did any of this justice. It just does not. It's just barren, beautiful. And the side of this mountain, camera can't do it, but the side of this mountain is cattle. This village is all Palestinian, so this is, I don't think I've totally explained that. This is all Palestinian territory, Palestinian governed. And because of that, the situation is just very different than it is in an Israeli governed town. It's different. Not necessarily good or bad, just it's just different. I do stand corrected, those are not cows, those are goats. It's just from really far away. There are goats on that ridge line.
You want to come back and you want to walk the Wadi Kel. Just look at the hillside and you can walk literally where the disciples walked, where Jesus walked, where everybody who came from Jericho to Jerusalem walked, where the whole story of the Good Samaritan.
Yeah.
You know that story? Now we know it's a parable, but it's a real life story. And and then along comes the priest and he's like, now I want you to figure out how you get around a body on that trail.
So that's the trail.
That's the trail.
And it's probably ancient. I mean, they wouldn't have changed trails.
No, it's the same trail.
People have been walking it nonstop.
Trail right there.
But the parable makes a lot more sense now because you could be really hurt.
In trouble.
You'd be in a lot of trouble.
If somebody gets you, which is why you went in groups. You didn't want to go alone. You went in groups, especially if you had any money, because they could take you. You'd be laying there. I walked. It's very lonely, and obviously you can see people aren't it's not a freeway. Yeah, so along comes a priest and walks around the body. Along comes a Levite, walks around the body. Along comes a guy who has a donkey, helps the guy out, puts him on his donkey, takes him the rest of the way till he finds an inn, pays for him, has him healed. And Jesus then said, that guy was the neighbor. That was the neighbor, not the priest, not the Levite, that Samaritan, that hated Samaritan. That was the neighbor of that man.
Amen. Love
is what makes you a neighbor, not your religion, nationality, love. Love is what makes a neighbor.
We're walking to the Wailing Wall.
That is the
But
David
Travis-
Citadel.
We're in Jerusalem.
We're in Jerusalem.
That
And
is the old
Travis,
city. We're going to enter in those gates. That
it's
is
the Sabbath.
Gate.
Sabbath tomorrow.
Over the Jaffa Gate.
We're having a Shabbat meal tonight, but right now we're going to the Wailing Wall. And Travis said last time he was here praying the Psalms, he got slapped.
So
So
it's 5:24. We're trying to get there by 5:45. That's where we're hurrying.
at the hotel, it was really incredible to see everybody dressed up, and the kids and the women are all in their long dresses and the men with their, I don't want to say the wrong title for what their hats are, but it was really neat to see.
This is not something you see every day.
No, it's not.
Orthodox man walking with a machine gun.
It's not.
On Shabbat.
I need to cover my head. I don't know.
I'll wait for Travis. I think so.
I see the girls that aren't.
Yeah, go ahead and cover.
Does that? I don't know if that means something different if I do cover.
He said you're going where those people are and cramming yourself in the middle of it. Okay, so a little time has gone by since we
Yes.
filmed. We didn't want to risk. We don't want to risk having cameras. It was.
They told us
It's Shabbat and cameras is work. Basically, they can't work on Sabbath, so it's Shabbat. And although we could have, it's not like a law, but we, out of respect and possibly someone knocking cameras out of our hand and breaking them, we decided to not film. It was crazy down there. We got up on the Wailing Wall, on the western wall. Well, I won't say what we did. I'll just say it was great. It was really great. Yeah.
Why won't you say what you did?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if I'll tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, but now we're gonna go have a Shabbat dinner. All right, guys. Thank you for watching the video. We had a good night's sleep last night in the old city of Jerusalem, and we have a full day today of exploring. The weather looks absolutely beautiful. Had a really special Shabbat dinner last night with a couple families. Loved that. Today, we're going to explore in this beautiful weather, this incredible, incredible
Yeah, it's incredible.
city of Jerusalem. And that'll be, all of that will be on the next episode. So thanks for being here. Love you guys. See you in a few days. Yee.